Okay, so there's a new bunch of buzzwords making the rounds, and I've got to tell you, the whole geo and AO hype, it's a trap. And today, we're going to talk about what's really going on behind the curtain.
You've probably seen these letters popping up. GEO, AEO. I mean, just when you finally feel like you've got a grip on SEO, boom, a whole new set of acronyms just waltzes in. It feels like there's a new must-know term every single week, right? Well, let's figure out what the deal is with these two.
So what do they even stand for? Geo means optimizing for generative engines, and AEO is for answer engines. But let's be real. In plain English, it's just a slick new name for trying to get your stuff noticed by AI search tools, like ChatGPT, Perplexity, or the AI answers in Google. It's the same old game. They've just put a new, fancy label on it.
And that, right there, is the trap. It's a shiny new distraction. It's a way for people to get all obsessed with something that sounds super complicated instead of just, doing the simple fundamental work that's actually going to make a difference for their business.
The source material really just nails it with this quote. People get completely fixated on these tiny little details that might give them a 1% boost, but they'll pour way more than 1% of their energy into it. I mean, that is the literal definition of a bad investment, and it's a trap we're going to sidestep today. Let's talk about what actually works.
So, who is pushing all this hype anyway, and why? If it's such a terrible return on your time and effort, then somebody out there must be benefiting from all this confusion. Let's meet the usual suspects.
Okay, so you've basically got two main players in this little game. On one side, you've got the slick agency. They absolutely love new acronyms because it makes them sound super cutting edge, which, surprise, surprise, is the perfect excuse to jack up their fees. And then on the other side, you've got the AEO nerd. Now, this person genuinely loves all the technical nitty-gritty and obsesses over it to feel smart, often valuing the theory way more than the actual results. You see the problem? Neither of them is really focused on your bottom line. So, to get out of the trap, we need to understand the machine itself. How do these AI models really think? Well, the big secret is, there is no secret. It's actually a lot simpler than they want you to believe.
First, you got to forget this idea of a picky, sophisticated AI critic. A better way to think about these large language models, or LLMs, is to picture them as giant, starving information monsters. Their whole reason for being is to just consume as much content from the internet as they can possibly find. They are not picky eaters, believe me.
So the logic for them is incredibly simple. The more information an AI model eats, the better and smarter it gets. And a better, smarter AI is a more valuable product. So the big incentive for all these AI companies is to just scrape everything, not to look for some secret technical trick or special code.
So what are they actually looking for? It's not about tricks, it's all about signals. They're looking for your presence, for brand mentions, for sheer visibility. Are you just showing up everywhere? And this is the big one. Are you using simple, natural language that's easy for a person and therefore an AI to understand? That's the real secret sauce. Okay, this brings us to the absolute heart of it all. If we just ignore all that busy work, all that stuff that gets us nowhere, what's left? This is what I like to call the 10-90 content rule. It's about finding that tiny slice of work that delivers almost all of the impact.
Just 10%. That's it. That is the amount of your actual effort.
That is the work that's going to actually get you
90%
of your results. Just imagine that for a second. Spend your time on only the most impactful work, and you win. It really is that simple. So what is that magical 10%? All right, so how do we actually put this into action? This isn't just some nice theory. It's a concrete 5-step plan that you can start using today to get those massive results we're talking about.
Here it is. Step 1, research. Simple. Find out what your audience is actually asking about. Step 2, answer. Create really good content that answers those questions in plain, straightforward language. Step 3, repurpose. Turn that one great piece of content into a bunch of different formats. Step 4, publish. Get it out there, everywhere, on as many trusted sites as you possibly can. And the final, most important step, repeat. This is the engine that drives everything.
Look, if you take nothing else away from this, just remember these 3 keys. Number 1, keep it simple. Don't get lost in the weeds of geo and AEO nonsense. Number 2, stick to the 5-step process we just covered. And number 3, above all else, be consistent. That is how you build presence and visibility over time.
So, you see, the real question isn't about what the next trendy buzzword is going to be. It's about your focus. Are you ready to ignore all that noise, escape the hype, and finally put your energy into that 10% of work that will actually, truly drive your success?